so that's 8 o'clock by my watch, so time for us to get started. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the call. My name is Roger Garth. It's my pleasure to introduce the call to you tonight. What you're going to hear in the space of the next 15, 20 minutes or so is a presentation that could well change your life for the better. It's certainly done that for a number of people on this call, definitely doing that for me. But more importantly, right now, the person I want to introduce you to is someone who's been a friend of mine now for a few months and does an absolutely awesome job of explaining this. So there's no one better. His name is Brandon Boyd from Utah in the United States. Brandon, over to you.
Awesome. Just want to do a quick test. If you guys can hear me, just put a yes inside the chat box and then we'll get started here.
Thumbs up.
Okay, perfect. Guys, I'm super excited to be on here. I've actually done already 4 webinars today. It's the holidays and I'm still grinding. Why? Because we've got a lot of people's lives to change using their cell phones. So background on myself, I'm married with 6 kids. I last had a job in 2004. I've been going around the world teaching people how to actually have their money work for them instead of them working for money. So I do seminars, workshops, webinars, etc., YouTube videos and stuff like that. And so this is something that has really become a lifestyle for me. And so I want to share just over the next few minutes things that you can do as well, how you can copy what we're doing and start winning as well. So I'm going to do a share screen with you guys here. Once you can actually see my screen, just put a yes inside of the chat box. You guys can see it. Okay, perfect. Got several yeses. Perfect. So it's about 20 years ago, I read a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And in that book, I found something very enlightening. He talked about the different ways called 4 ways to cash flow. And he said that 95% of individuals actually either work for somebody else or work for themselves. And yet they only control 5% of the world's wealth. So here you got the majority of the world that is working for themselves or work for somebody else, and yet they're controlling only 5%. So what he said in there is if you truly want to become free, if you want to get yourself out of debt, if you want to control your time, you need to be a business owner and investor. Now, the problem is a lot of people don't really know how to do this, or they don't have the resources, they don't have the contacts, they don't have the confidence, the know-how, and all that kind of stuff. And so that's what I'm going to show you today because they control 95% of the world's wealth. So this is something that I've been doing now for a number of years, and it helped free me from the bonds and chains of debt long ago. So how many of you have ever heard of the exchange markets? If so, put a 1 inside of the chat box in front of you. So when I first learned about the exchange markets 5 years ago, I did not really understand how big the market actually was. If you take a look at it and you were to do some studying, you would see that it does over $5.3 trillion a day. Now let's compare that to the stock market. The stock market does about $22 billion a day. So the exchange market is absolutely massive. So what I thought when I first saw it was, how can I get a piece of that pie, right? How are people doing this? Well, back in the day, you couldn't actually trade in the exchange market unless you had a certain very high net worth. Now you have the ability to do that and literally, as Roger said, change your life. This is a market unlike the stock market that's open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. You can exchange in this market without owning actually any physical money, and we call it Forex, F-O-R-E-X. It is the foreign exchange. And so, for example, I'm going to be going to Europe in February for a month. I'm going to be hitting up all these different countries, speak to about 15,000 people. And when I go there, I'm going to have to use the euros, not the US dollar. If I went to Asia, I need to use maybe the Japanese yen or Canada, the Canadian dollar, or Latin America. I would need to use the peso, right? So this is the exchange market, and you have the ability from your phone or computer to make money from it. And we actually show you how to do it and how you can actually just copy us. Just like you would copy somebody in school, you can copy what we're doing and have success with it. And I will say up front as a disclaimer, this actually takes about 10 minutes or less per day to copy what we're doing. Now, there is another market that's growing towards $1 trillion. A lot of you guys have heard of it. You're seeing it all over the news. It's becoming a global form of payment. You can also trade it without actually owning any physical money. And it's known as the digital currency market. Just an example of some of the digital currencies out there. You have Bitcoin, Ripple, Litecoin, Ethereum, etc. And a lot of these coins out there which I thought 10 years ago were not legit, you can actually purchase things. You can purchase a gas station if you wanted to. You can purchase groceries. Soon you're going to see it on Amazon.com that they will accept digital currency. And so you have the foreign exchange, and then you have the digital currency market. And with both of these markets, you have a prime opportunity to actually be able to make money and transform your life. So what we put together with a company called IM Mastery Academy is an education. So look at this like a university. If you were to go to school, you have to pay for your tuition. Although when you see what you can actually do with this, I think you'll be pretty surprised. With this education, we're going to teach you how to master the market and actually have your money work for you. See, most of you watching this right now, you only work for money. What I've done for many years is have money work for me. That's how I got free. So we're going to show you how to do that through the Foreign Exchange Mastery Academy, the Digital Currency Mastery Academy, and the Home-Based Business Mastery Academy. Now, this one's important. It's what I've done for 20 years. This is how I got the money to trade in the exchange markets, is actually by having my own home-based business to where I get tax deductions and create a passive income. And I'm going to show you more details in a second. Now, one of the cool things that I love about the IM Mastery Academy is the Go Live product that they have. This is where you have access to over 100 full-time educators for live sessions. You can actually go on your own time. They do record the sessions as well. We are the #1 Forex education company in existence. There's nobody that is doing what we are doing at the level that we are doing it at. It's extremely powerful for you guys to be able to jump on live sessions with us, trade live, and make money on those sessions. Even if you don't really have much education with it, we actually call it live trades that you can actually take. Now, one of the cool things that we have as well, when you first get started, because most people don't know what they're doing, they don't know how to do it, is we help you earn while you learn. Now, there's learn and earn, which is the education part, but earn while you learn is where you copy and paste. So, for example, we have an app, and with that app, that's free, by the way, you can actually get a trade alert come through that app called Telegram. That notification pops up, and it will say, sell USG JPY or buy the CAD USD or something like that. And it gives you the take profit and the stop loss. So what that means is that we've actually done the research, and all you do is just copy that trade, and it takes you about 45 seconds to put in the trade. So this is a way for you guys within 5-10 minutes a day to copy what we're doing and make money. So now you're putting your hard-earned money to work for you. So you can continue to do what you're doing every day, but now you have the ability to actually make money at the same time and compound your wealth. And the reason why I spend time on that is because I want you guys to understand the power of that. If you want to get ahead and stay ahead, you need passive income, and you need your money working for you. That way you can have time freedom. Now, one of the cool things that we offer is a 2 free membership. So look at it like you were getting a scholarship to go to a university at no cost, okay? So if you were to share this with 2 individuals who want to actually be part of IM Academy, the company will actually comp your monthly membership, okay? And so therefore you have no monthly subscription fee to your education. They actually comp it for you, okay? So it's a great way. It grows the company, but it also saves you money at the same time. So you're gonna wanna remember that one right there. Now, this last piece that I'm gonna cover is the business side. This is super important because a lot of people out there, again, the 4% out of that pie chart that I showed you are business owners. And this is a way for you to create passive income. So one of the things I've done is all the passive income that I make, I invest most of it outside of my bills. So I pay our family bills, but then I'm able to take the rest of the money and invest it. And that's why I've been able to make a lot of money. And so that's why I'm telling you that you need to get access to doing this as well. Now, it's something that's not required. If you just want to come in and trade, you can do that. But this is how the affiliate program breaks down. If I were to share it with 3, I make $150 a month. Now, what's going to naturally start to happen is those 3 individuals are going to share it with 3 because they start making money. So now you have 12, you're making $600 a month. I learned 20 years ago, your network is your net worth. As your network grows of customers, you start making more money, all right? So it's not based upon just your individual efforts. It's actually based upon leverage. Leveraging with other customers is creating you residual income. Now you have those 12, they share with a few. You have 30 total customers inside of your network. You're making $1,000 a month. You're paid every week, so you're paid $250 on a weekly basis at that rank. And if you look at these ranks here, look at the bottom, Platinum 150 all the way at the top, Chairman 500. Folks, we have people at every single one of these ranks right now. In fact, in the month of February, I'm actually going to be gone for a month, like I said, to Europe with one of our Chairman 500. So Chairman 500 makes about with all the bonuses, about $700,000 on a monthly basis. This individual is 30 years old. It really is an incredible thing because the company is basically paying you for the subscriptions, because as these subscriptions grow for people getting access to the academy, the company actually gives you the kickback, and they do it on a residual basis. And that's one of the things I love about this industry, is that we don't have to sell lotions, potions, powders, pills, or bug juice. All we are saying is if you see the value in what it is that we have to offer, and you want to be a part of our academy and make money from your money, then you should actually get started with us, right? And so it's super powerful. If you just want to trade, then you can do that as well. So the way that you can get started is the following. I tell people just buy the Platinum package. It's $225. That includes your tax. The monthly, which doesn't start for 30 days, is $165. That includes your tax as well. And what that will do is it will keep your subscription going. But if you remember, I mentioned there's a 2 and free. So you can actually get a free membership sharing with 2. And if you don't do that, then you can I just tell people, don't worry about the $165, because we're going to help you make more than that anyway, even though we can't guarantee it. What I tell people is if you're plugging into what we're doing, you don't need to worry about a monthly subscription fee. In fact, if you are worried about a monthly subscription fee, then that shows how bad you need what it is that we have. So guys, this is extremely powerful. As you go into 2020, we're here in the fourth quarter of 2019, ask yourself the question, what will you become? Who do you want to become? What do you want your life to be like? If you're looking at 2020 saying, you know what, man, 2019 was rough. Well, guess what? For this next year, starting now, you can actually put yourself in a position where 6 to 12 months from today, your life can be like the life that I've been able to live myself. And I have such an obligation and passion to want to share this with other people, because I've grown a family of 6 children, been able to travel all over the world. I've been in over 60 countries. And I can tell you that being able to do this has made a massive difference in my life, and it can make a massive difference in your life as well. So what I want to do, Roger, is I'm going to turn it back to you. And any questions that you guys have, there is a chat box that's in front of you. And I want you to put in that chat any questions you have. And Roger, if you want to facilitate any questions as well, you can do that, and I'll stay on the call here.
Okay, guys. Well, the chat box, for some reason or other, the chat box doesn't seem to be appearing on Zoom. So I've told everybody that if they have any questions, ask their questions in Telegram, and we'll get them to you. But there's a couple of things that I did want to very quickly do, because I've got a couple of people on here, Brandon, who've been with us for a couple of weeks, and they're getting some results, and I'd like to share those results with you if you don't mind.
Yeah.
So what I do want to say, guys, is any results that you're going to hear right now, there are no guarantees how much money you're going to make. These guys are putting in different amounts of money invested, different amounts of time and effort involved in their businesses. The fact is, I'm just trying to demonstrate that there are opportunities available for you. So the first person I want to speak to is a guy called Ed Sharp. Ed, I've just unmuted you. Can you hear me?
Yes, thanks, Roger. Evening.
Evening. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
You haven't been with us for very long now. When did you start?
2.5 weeks ago.
2.5 weeks ago. And how have things gone for you in the last 2.5 weeks? How have you done with the trades that we send out?
Very good. So far,
Yeah.
I have, yes, I get everything.
Yeah. And how's that panned out?
So far, I'm £700 up.
£700 up in 2.5 weeks. Have you ever done anything like this in the past?
No, not at all.
No.
Got shares, but no trading.
Okay, fantastic. Thanks for that, Ed. Okay, next person I want to speak to is up in Blackpool. His name is Paul Wilshaw. Paul, how are you?
Hi, Roger. I'm good, thank you.
Paul, again, you haven't been with us for very long. When did you get started?
About 3.5 weeks ago.
And how's things gone for you?
Great, yeah. I'm obviously waiting with a lot small size. About £125 up total.
£125 in 3.5 weeks. And again, any experience of doing this?
No, no.
No? Okay, fantastic. What is it you do for a living right now, Paul?
Basically, I own a cafe bar in Blackpool.
Right, okay. And how does this fit around running a cafe bar? Because that's got to be a busy job.
Oh yeah, it's so easy to do. Just all I can do is just reply to a message, put my trade on. It's quite simple. It takes about 2 seconds.
Okay, that's all we need to know. Thanks for that, Paul. Much appreciated. Okay, last person I want to speak to is a guy that I've known now for probably 6 or 7 months, Jonathan Rutherford. Jonathan, I've just unmuted you, but your sound is very weak. No, I'm not getting you at all, Jonathan. Okay, right, we're not getting sound from Jonathan, so.
You know what, Roger, let me, oh, there's Jonathan. There he is. Do you see?
Yeah.
Jonathan, you hear us, Jonathan? Oh, he can hear us. We just can't hear him.
Okay. Right. Okay. We get the point, guys. You get the point. There's a few people, quite a few people around that are actually making good money with this as a business and actually starting to make profit on a consistent basis. And it's something that literally anyone can do. I'm just taking a look to see if we've got any questions coming across, Brandon. There doesn't appear to be any questions.
By the way, Roger, so hey guys, you do have to be 18 years old to get involved, but my son, who just turned 15 a month ago, I've been teaching him our trading, and he's actually been following the plan that we've been actually sharing with our team. And I just want to show you this just as an example on he has a practice account, but look at this. So as you can see here on the left side, you can see all the pairs, and on the right side, you can see the profits. The profits are in blue. This is his account. So on a $5,000 account, he's done just shy of $1,100. 15 years old, just been following what we're doing. And so I want to tell you guys that what we actually send out does have value. I mean, he's 15 years old. He's not able to get started yet in the company, but think of what that's going to teach him. He's learning how to compound his money at the age of 15 years old. You fast forward 5 years and my gosh, it could be a big thing.
I was having exactly that same conversation yesterday with one of my guys down south, and I was saying what a phenomenal education. He's talking about his 13-year-old son, and I was saying it was an awesome education to give your child, because I wish I'd had someone teach me how to look after my money, manage my money, invest my money when I was that age. That'd be an incredible thing. Brandon, we've heard from a couple of guys who are relatively new. Just tell us, when they first get started, what do they need to do when they get started?
So we have a specific training site that we put together that helps you to get your demo account set up, so that you have a free app called MetaTrader 4, where you can actually start placing our trades, learn actually how to use that app. So we just plug you into a system that we have on a site. You just follow it step by step, and then we kind of hold and mentor you through the process to kind of get you up to speed with how it works. So as long as you follow our system that we have, that's all you need. You just download a couple apps. In fact, those apps are actually free. We show you how to use them so that you can execute the trades.
Fantastic. In fact, whilst we're talking, Jonathan just sent me a message. We couldn't get Jonathan's sound, but Jonathan said that he got started 4 weeks ago, and he got started with just £200 to invest. That's all that he had to invest. He's now turned that into more than £1,200 in 4 weeks. And also a message from Alan. Alan says he's been using the demo account to test it, much like your son has, but he's earned £655 in less than 7 days. Now, again, guys, no promises that everybody will make these amounts of money. There are no guarantees with this, but the fact is we have a very simple system that absolutely everyone can take hold of, and you can make money. The reality of it is that the help and support that you have as well is second to none. Since joining IM back in August, I think it was, of this year, I have been utterly blown away with the amount of help that we get from Brandon. And there are a bunch of us to help you guys every single step of the way. So if you're looking at this for the first time and you're looking for a way to make 2020 1,000 times better than 2019 ever was, then I would encourage you to go back to the person who introduced you to this call or invited you to watch this call and ask them how you get started. This is the last call that we're going to be doing of 2019. So we're going to be back in the new year. So the calls will happen again on a regular weekly basis. So if you want to explain the business to anyone else, all you need to do is just invite them on to listen to this call. Brandon, no one can explain it more fluently than Brandon, so we'll do all of that with you. And that's pretty much it. So that said, what I will do for the moment, just for the sake of it, as it's the last call here, everyone's microphones are open. Wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Bye, everybody.
Everyone.
Christmas.
Bye.
Christmas.